and welcome to our show about the greatest show in perhaps television history.
Yeah,
for
maybe.
17 years, guys.
Debatable.
Well, for 17 years, this show has shaped American fabric. You have to admit that.
It was 23 seasons this last
23 seasons.
Yeah.
And for many people, there's a lot of phenomenal reasons why this show is phenomenal. But for me, there's one reason and one reason only.
What is that, Gary?
It's Chris Harrison.
He makes the show.
He makes the show. Listen, when he says, ladies, Colton, the final rose tonight, Colton, when you're ready, that is television magic.
That's dramatic.
For me, it's
drama.
And to me, how he hasn't won at least 15 Golden Globes off of that, I have no earthly idea.
We need to call somebody.
Yes, I need to talk to somebody. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 years something else beats it. That's great, but 15 of the 17.
Well, is he like the Ryan Seacrest of?
Man, he is the Jeff Probst. He's the Jeff Probst.
Yeah.
I think he's better than him. But anyway, this is our show about The Bachelor. And Chris Harrison, of course, because that will be my theme throughout the whole year. And we'll have a show all year. My name's Gary Pickering. I'm with Blair, Cato, Pickering, Castellan, a law firm that does real estate, believe it or not. This is my good friend Flynn Bowie, who is with
Movement Mortgage.
And,
John Stackhouse with South Carolina Federal Credit Union.
and if I can also say, he's a real estate commissioner, and after this show ends, he will probably be impeached because his ass will not be asked to leave the show, the commission after this for conduct unbecoming of a commissioner. So,
So this is like three real estate dudes talking about The Bachelor.
That's right.
On the couch.
And so before we start talking about the show, for you guys who may have never seen the show, which I find to be an impossibility, unless maybe you're growing weed on Humboldt Mountain in California, maybe that's that's our guy from the camera. Hey, by the way, why don't you introduce our camera guy?
Cole.
What's going on? I'm in the back.
Want to come to work for?
Yeah.
So it's Apollo's Bow is your production company.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Also is a aspiring rap artist. Has a brand new single called Root that's available out on Spotify. So go check out Cole's.
Like it, share it, go get it.
Yeah.
And he's doing this for free, so we're not going to edit out anything. So this stays in the phone call and everything.
That's right.
All right. So The Bachelor basically is 25 or 30 hot women who are a little bit nuts. We talked about.
I think you've got to be just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
To go do that.
Yeah.
And they live in one house, in a big house in California, which actually almost burned down in the fires. And they fight for the affection of one slightly above average dude, maybe slightly above.
I mean, the dude did make it to the NFL, although it was
He never played.
It was a practice squad.
Yeah.
Two games, three games. Three better attractive a guy, I guess. He likes to take a lot of showers, apparently, because he's
Very
always
dirty
taking
guy.
a shower. So he's very dirty, very. And he always works out without a shirt, and has to work out
Well, they
without
just
a
want to
shirt.
show him that shirt. That's
So they fight for this guy so that in like 4, 6, 8 weeks after they spent, I don't know, maybe 4 hours with the dude, that maybe he'll ask them to marry him.
Which is
ridiculous. And it rarely, if ever, works, but it's always fun.
Right.
And Chris Harrison, again, being the genius he is, for 17 years he always promises it'll be the most shocking and controversial Bachelor in Bachelor history.
And there's always a theme.
That's always a theme. But now, last year, when Ari dumped the girl he picked and then picked the other girl later, I don't know how it's going to be more shocking than that.
That was a little shocking.
That was shocking. It was a fantastic television moment. But anyway, all right. So as we start, I got to know, why you guys watch this show?
I watched The Bachelor because Neil watched The Bachelor. And if I was going to watch television in the house, then that was what was on. So that's how I got to.
I honestly have not seen it in a couple of seasons. And when Flynn reached out and said we're going to think about doing this, I was all on board. So,
So here we are.
Here I am.
What
Well,
about you,
I
Gary?
watch it for Chris Harrison. I mean, the guy he's a genius. He's just a genius. That and the social experiment of 25 girls hitting on one guy.
Well, let me ask
it
you,
never happens anywhere.
Do you also watch The Bachelorette?
No, I can watch 25 guys hit on one girl down here in the Vista any day. That's an average Thursday night. I don't need to watch that on TV. And I know it's a double standard, guys. I know it is, but to me it's slightly gross. 25 guys hitting on one girl's gross. 25 girls hitting on one guy, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a double standard. I get it. It'll probably tick half of you off, but it's true. It is.
Fair enough, Gary.
Fair enough.
So my question for you guys is, what do the women in your life think about you watching The Bachelor?
Well,
obviously yours got
like I said, I mean, she's
Well, dates that I've been on, and I've mentioned it's never really come up because I don't watch it.
You're ashamed to admit it, aren't you?
I am, but no, actually I'm proud.
it's okay.
That's why I'm on this couch.
That's why we're here.
We're here.
Tell me about
It's a support
tell me
group.
about your problems.
It's the Bachelor support group.
Yeah.
I personally love The Bachelor. My wife personally hates The Bachelor. When I watch it and I convince her to sit on the couch with me, she usually takes a pillow and covers her face and begs me to make it stop. She gets embarrassed. She gets very embarrassed. She's make them stop. And
Well, I think there's something sort of slimy about the whole thing.
right.
I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's like last night when they came out of the limos. They always show up in a limo. The first 30 girls, they get out of a limo. He stands there like an idiot, all stiff, going, "Hey, how are you?" And they make some stupid entrance, and that embarrasses the snot out of my wife.
Well,
She
what
can't
about
stand it.
what about these props that they were using? I mean,
Yeah.
you see the props. I mean,
What was the worst
props,
one?
Sloth.
Sloth.
The sloth.
By far.
Would you date a sloth?
I could.
I
She
don't
moved too
care how
slow.
hot
She
she
moved too
was.
slow for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
I aspire to be a sloth, but I just she blew her opportunity. She didn't take the costume off.
Yeah.
So we didn't know
She's
what she
forever
looked
known
like.
as Sloth Girl. So
I don't care how hot she would have been. It was done after.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, it was funny for like, maybe it wasn't funny at all, but it could have been funny for like 4 seconds.
Then-
She should have taken her hat off when she introduced herself.
and then have on a gown and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Go
But
for it.
that and the McNut girl with the thing of nuts.
Now she did have one of the best lines last night.
Which one was that?
She said, "I could have done better than a bag of nuts."
Yes, that was true. She could have. That was bad. The police car was pretty stupid.
The balloon, red
The
balloon.
balloon and popping her
Yeah,
cherry.
really bad.
What's up with the virginity? This guy apparently Colton's a virgin. I don't
Virgin
know why in the
shame.
world that's so
Virgin
controversial.
shaming.
Well, if you
Is that a
didn't-
thing?
Is it not virgin
Hashtag
shaming?
virgin shame?
It is.
Yeah.
And if you didn't realize that he was a virgin, they reminded you last night.
Oh, you had no doubt.
47 times, I think. That between the fact they told us he was a virgin every second they could, and he was in the shower every other second.
Right. He's a clean virgin.
Yeah, he's a clean virgin. I mean, it was
Is
absolutely
that the thing?
ridiculous.
He's clean.
Yeah,
He's clean.
Super clean.
Well, what did y'all hate the most about the show last night?
My
For
list
me, it was
is-
the watch parties.
my-
The
my-
watch
my-
parties were
My
excruciating.
list is long.
The idiots they had who were hosting the watch parties, all they did was scream at you all night, going, "We're having a great time." It's like, all right, whatever.
I don't know where they found some of these hosts.
Well, they're supposedly
Yeah.
former bachelors and bachelorettes, but it was bad.
It was pretty
I
bad.
did like the Chris, the monologue about Chris, though. That was how many times he had said, "Ladies, final rose tonight. Let's go."
So, are we going to need to
Yeah, we're
get
gonna
y'all
have a
like,
show.
It's a man crush on Chris.
It's-
Chris Harrison.
I'm learning something about
I
you.
love
this
Chris
morning,
Harrison, man.
Gary.
He's
This
awesome.
is-
Yeah.
All right, well, who do you think is going to be the most hated this season? That's always, every year they have the most
I'm
hated
going
person.
with Catherine.
You're going Catherine.
She interrupted.
The interrupter.
Yeah.
Dude,
Right.
4 times a girl shows up
Yeah.
last night.
I understand you gotta get in. You gotta make yourself known. But that was a bit excessive.
She was.
Now, and I'm interested to watch the conflict between the two beauty queens.
Yeah.
Was
Yes.
it Hannah and Kaylin? I
But
think.
Miss,
the name
there's a
is?
Miss North Carolina, who,
and-
one of the lawyers in my office actually is Facebook friends with her. How
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know. Maybe he's stalking her. I don't know. Just kidding, Brandon. Maybe have to edit that part out.
Sort of.
And there's a Miss, it's Miss North Carolina, Miss Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
And Miss Alabama's super hot. North Carolina was runner-up.
That's
But,
Hannah. Alabama is
Hannah.
Hannah.
yeah, but you notice
But
when,
not gold dress Hannah.
Right.
They're two different Hannahs.
when she walked in and saw Mrs. North Carolina, her face was like crap.
Here we
Because
go.
apparently she beat her in the
Yeah.
in the Miss
Yeah.
USA
Yeah, she was not
USA,
happy.
not America.
Not America.
Not America.
Oh, it's Miss
It's
USA.
Miss USA,
The one,
it's
with
not
no
Miss
talent, the one that
America.
doesn't have talent.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think the villain's going to be Demi. The one who slightly got crazy and whose mama's in federal prison.
In federal prison.
That got
All
the
right,
right.
there you go.
Colton should
First
run.
visit is going to be with him.
Yeah,
So
Colton should run.
Yeah, they're setting that up.
Uh.
So if Mama gets out of jail, we go to the home
And
shows.
see, that's the thing that I hate about the show. On the first show, they always give you coming up this season on The Bachelor.
So you kind of
and so you always know
What's gonna
who's
happen.
getting to these late dates.
Yeah.
So you already can figure
Well,
out, like,
there's some spoilers.
say,
There's some
yeah, they should just
spoilers.
cover, blur them out so I don't see who they are.
But they got to give us a reason to watch.
yeah, that's
Mama
true.
being in prison for embezzlement.
Yeah,
That's a pretty
that's a
good
I want to
that's
know
a-
more about this story. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
yeah,
pretty good. So
right.
she looks like she makes it a while, and she looks like she pisses everybody off, and she says she doesn't
Yeah.
care. So, well, were you surprised? Last night they cut, 4 girls? Are we down to 26 now?
We all
4? Were you surprised by any of the cuts? I wasn't.
No. It was right on line where I would have cut. So yeah.
Yeah, I would have done the same. I didn't see anything that really surprised me. That one girl looked really pissed off. The white girl with the earring in her nose, when she got voted out, I thought she was going to go up and hit him. And then she walked out and goes, I saw every one of them going out before me, and she was pissed. I mean, she was not happy about it, which always makes it best, because I always love, they've been on the show. If you notice, it was already morning, so the show has lasted all night, and they've liquored them all up. So they're tired and they're liquored up. And then they get voted off, and then they go cry for a guy they spent, 3.5 minutes talking to?
She saw her whole
Right.
future with
Right.
him apparently.
She saw her future on Us magazine
Yeah.
cover going away. That's what she wants, is the
That's
Us
what
cover
it is.
magazine, no doubt about it.
Well, it's kind of, it would probably be like the maybe like the Alabama football team felt You know, they make it to the show, and then
Only
they
just
just
only to
got
go home.
just.
And for the record, none of us skipped the football game for The Bachelor. We
Yes,
all
that's-
DVR'd it and
that's
watched
right.
it on Tuesday night, which is why we're recording this on Wednesday morning.
Although by
although-
about the third quarter of the football game, the outcome of that was
We're ready to turn.
By half,
Yeah.
I will admit, by halftime, I started the first hour of The
Yeah,
Bachelor, which
so-
again to me was excruciating
Yeah.
because of
and,
the watch
and,
parties.
and y'all who know me know that I'm not at all a Tiger fan, but
Who? No, not at all.
not at all.
No.
But I will give props to
Hats off.
hats off to a good football team.
Yeah.
They did good.
I felt the whole 2-hour, 3-hour show could have been done in 15 minutes.
Well, they got to stretch it out though. It's the event. It's the Bachelor premiere event.
And you ever wondered why wasn't they introduced you to 5 girls and only 5 girls? You notice that at the very beginning, let's introduce you some girls, and they went to their hometowns and showed 5 girls.
Right. Backstories
Yeah,
on 5.
and didn't one of them get voted out? Wasn't one of them the one who got cut?
They got to do that just to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, who's your top 4? Do you have a top 3, top 4?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
I hadn't either.
Right,
I'm still trying. Well, I'm curious to see Bree's accent. If it
What's
keeps
up? What's up with that?
What they got all mad about her with the accent? I thought it was pretty. I mean, I
She
stood
stand
out.
out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's coming in immediately being a phony.
Yeah.
But it was.
You know.
Everybody on there's a phony.
But it worked because we're talking
Like
about
Meryl
it right now.
Streep.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
She got her moment last night. They
Yep.
brought her in to talk to the actual Australians.
Yeah.
They kind of were kind of pissy about it, weren't they?
Yeah.
Told her she should have drank beer out of a shoe to have that right accent. I said, what does that have to do with anything? Well, my 4 so far, and I may change it because by next week we'll have our top.
Do we need to do a
So,
fantasy league?
We need to do like a fantasy league. But
Yeah.
here's the 4 I'm watching. I'm watching Cassie, who was the surfer, the blonde-headed girl, who's of course, everybody was either blonde or African American. As you
Right.
notice that, it was no in between. There were no brunettes. There was that one redhead, but it was like platinum blondes. It was crazy. And then African American girls. It was.
Colton, he knows what he
Yeah,
likes.
I guess he likes it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll go with Cassie, the girl who's a surfer, speech pathologist. They featured her at the very beginning.
I like
She's
her.
the one who had the butterflies in the
Yep.
box.
But which,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. But he kept the butterfly, which told me he was going to keep
So
her.
cute.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
cute.
that
wasn't it?
cute?
That's
Yeah.
how you make a little collage, I
Gimmicky.
guess. Yeah.
Gimmicky. Golly.
Miss Alabama.
Yeah.
I went to law school in Alabama, so I'm from Miss Alabama.
That's Hannah. Hannah from Alabama.
The realtor who did the pop the cherry balloon. She's a realtor, so we got to support the
We
realtors.
got to support the real estate people.
And then Katie. She was the black girl that he kissed her first.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really attractive girl.
That's fair. That's a fair.
All 4 of
assessment.
those girls are really hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
But neither. Knock on wood. I don't think any of them gonna make it because.
You
No.
yeah,
We shall see.
yeah.
Well, of course, that's why we have the show.
Yeah.
That's why you play the game, right?
Tune in next week.
All right. So, Flynn, John, final comment tonight.
I'm
Flynn,
just
when you're ready.
looking forward to a really good season here, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll say that we've got a Facebook page set up, so this is going to be on Facebook. We would love your comments.
Comment,
So,
like it, share it.
Yeah, so if you and we'll share some comments in future episodes. So if you have a really pertinent comment, and be sure to put it on the Facebook page. Let us know.
Yeah. Likewise, I'm looking forward to a great season. I'm back new to the fold.
Yeah.
So just seeing how everything turns out, and gosh, I just hope no more virgin jokes.
Well, you know you're going to get a lot of those.
Well,
Colton, hang in
I
there,
mean,
buddy. You're all right.
have you already seen the posters?
No, I'm
knock
not.
out from the 40-year-old virgin.
Oh no.
no.
Yeah, but it looks like it's got Colton holding the rose.
Well, on the previews, it looks like Demi takes it. So, because she says, "Is he still a virgin?" We don't, and then she smiles. So
Well,
apparently,
she-
she gets. I think Demi gets to the final 4 because she talked about that in the fantasy suite. So I think
We shall
she's
see.
gonna make it. Well, in the words of Chris Harrison, it promises to be the most shocking and controversial show about The Bachelor in Bachelor history. So we look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Come join us. Thanks.
Yeah, and be sure to go like the Facebook page, and so you can get updates when we put the stuff out. So looking forward to it.
Dude, we nailed that.